to Hike Field here today for what could be the championship game. It's round one anyway. Albert Lea against Owatonna, the 9 seed. Owatonna losing to Northfield yesterday 7-2, but coming back today getting a win 5-4 after spotting them 4 runs in that second inning, and came back to get the win and hold on for advancement and end Northfield season. Owatonna is 8-9 on the year. The 9 seed will take on the number 1 seed Albert Lea here. They have to beat Albert Lea twice, and as long as the 447 crew win here today, it's all taken care of, and they'll advance to next week here at Hike Field. If Owatonna wins here, I don't know where it'll go, but we'll be out anyway. So, we'll have to play tomorrow night is actually what will happen if Owatonna wins here today. But we're hoping that doesn't go down, as you are welcome into our house here at AlbertLeaLive.com with over 160 Albert Lea varsity games and high school events over the past 11 months. And all of those broadcasts, including 12 different sports, plus graduation, prom, grand march, choir, band, orchestra, concerts, and robotics, all archived on our website for free viewing at your leisure. Our streams are brought to you by great local businesses like GT Window and Door, Gutters by GT, Cento, Mr. Sandless, Service Master by Ayat, and we got links to those and their online information on this website, AlbertLeaLive.com. I'm Jay Paul. It's a solo effort today. Daughter Farron is running the pool concession stand with her sister as part of the figure skating club, and this is where I'm going after I'm done here. But I appreciate you watching and or listening, and be sure to tell friends and family about us, especially far away family, so they can listen to the games and events that are important to them for free, and to advertise with us and shine a light on local students, as well as getting your message put to thousands of people on nearly 200 broadcasts a year. Call 507-402-1600 and ask a question. You can ask a question on the website, AlbertLeaLive.com as well. There's a link for that. But for more information about the American Legion Post 56 in Albert Lea, go to AmericanLegionPost56.com or find them on social media. And you can find VFW Post number 447 Albert Lea, Minnesota on Facebook as well. As you see, the Albert Lea team warming up here. I don't think Owatonna will be doing that since they just played. They're in break time, and then we'll be ready to go here before too long. So I've got an interview with manager Rich Yost of the 447 crew, and then we'll talk to Brecken Wachholz, who's fresh off of his week in Fargo wrestling, see how he did, as he's the starting pitcher today for Albert Lea when we return after a minute break or so here on AlbertLeaLive.com.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lea. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today, 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
And the guys now 16-2 after. All right, we are doing the player profile here before the championship round of this opening round of the playoffs here, the district playoffs for the VFW Post 447 crew. And my player profile is Brecken Wachholz, who will be you're going to be a junior, right?
Yep.
This year, and boy, that's just less than a month away, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Sneaking up on us. You a 3-sport athlete, play football, baseball, you wrestle at a very high level. Is it safe to say the wrestling is your one true love if you had to have one?
Yeah, I would say that.
In fact, you just competed a grueling week in, I don't know if you'd call it grueling, but it seems grueling in Fargo at the Junior Nationals as part of Team Minnesota, and you were top 16 of 90 in the freestyle competition?
Yes,
right?
yeah. It was a very long week, but it was really fun.
And then the Greco, you did even better, didn't you?
Yeah.
Top 9 or 6? Or?
Greco, I got 8th. So
okay.
I got the All-American. And
yeah, that's huge. That's a great feather in your cap for just a sophomore.
Yeah.
I would imagine that doesn't happen that often for that age.
Yeah.
Now, also not to be outdone, I know Maggie Olson was out there too in Fargo. How did she do?
Yeah, she did good. She went out there just before me, and I think she went 2-2, but she competed and stuff. So.
How many matches did you have all together out in Fargo?
I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to go back and look, but I think I had close to like 10-ish.
Is that kind of, you got to stay and wait and watch what you're doing, or can you go out with the family and eat?
I went out and ate a lot because I wasn't really cutting much weight, so that was good. But yeah,
you're pitching today, and you guys can eliminate either Northfield or Owatonna. We're recording this while they're playing to see who faces you guys, and so there is tomorrow if you need it, but let's get the job done today, right? Is that the mentality?
Yes, that is.
Any significance as to your uniform number 11, or is that just what they gave you?
No, that's just the one I gave me. I prefer 9, but they didn't have 9.
Oh, you're 9 in football.
Yeah.
And there's no numbers in wrestling, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you have a pregame ritual for each or any of the sports?
No, just get stretched out and hang out with the friends, and that's about it.
All right. Do you have a nickname?
A lot of people call me BK.
Okay.
Not really. Or Breck. But
All right.
that's about it.
Favorite favorite teacher all time?
Favorite teacher? Probably my 5th grade teacher, Miss Motsky.
All right.
Yeah.
And favorite musical artist or group?
Probably Mac Miller.
Mac Miller, all right. You guys are always coming up with new names for me to check out. Favorite movie star?
Let's go with Glenn Powell.
That's another good obscure one there. Favorite athlete of all time?
Tom Brady.
How about favorite athlete nowadays who's playing?
That's a tough one. Justin Jefferson.
There's a good one. You can't go wrong there. Yeah. Do you get into being a wrestler? Do you even get into the WWE and all that kind of stuff?
No, not really WWE too much, but like the international wrestling and stuff I like to follow.
Sure. All right, man. Thanks a lot. Good luck here today, and hopefully you won't even need it tomorrow.
Yep. Good talking to you.
All right, man.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lee. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lee.
Let's go with the preview here, the pregame with VFW manager Rich Yost. And you guys now 16-2 after beating 16-seed Manorville, VFW 11-1, 6 innings, and then last night taking a 6-0 lead on Northfield. VFW post 43-93, but having to outlast them in a 6-5 win. They were loading the bases and mounting a furious comeback in that 5th and 6th inning. Were you worried?
Absolutely. Things kind of unraveled on our part, but guys pulled it together at the end and got lucky and pulled it out there.
As I say, all that matters, you got the W and avenged the 7-3 loss to Northfield, too, earlier in the season. They're only one of 2 losses you had all year, so that felt good.
Absolutely. We're just trying to win them all. Doesn't matter what they did before, and stacking wins on top of wins today.
Yeah. And we're watching the game right now as this is being recorded. The earlier game, Northfield and Owatonna going at it again, 8-9. For the right to get to you, they got to beat you twice before you beat them once, is what happens for the winner here.
Yep, this game of baseball, it's a funny thing. You don't know what's going to happen, what's going to pop up. Who knows? It's crazy things happen, so we just go out, put our best foot forward, and try to win it.
Who's starting on the hill for you today?
Well, we're going to try Brecken Wackles. He's back from wrestling and see how he feels. That's the idea anyway.
All hands on deck, though. Pretty good bench and everything. You're deep here today?
Yeah, everybody's here. The end of the game might be a little different, but we're going to start out guns a-blazing.
All right. Hey, bring us a W today, and then we don't have to worry about tomorrow night.
We'll do.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lee refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check him out online, mrsandless.com.
Back here at Hike Field and exchanging lineup cards here with the umpires and managers, and lineups coming up. And we'll get going here. I can give you the lineup here quick. It's going to be Brecken Walkholz, BK, or Breck, going for Albert Lee, fresh off of his week at Fargo and all the fun that we just heard from him. In the player profile, he'll be facing Aiden Tackman first up. He's the shortstop. Leighton Schnorenberg is the center fielder, batting second. Joe Klecker bats third and plays first base. Their pitcher, Jackson Gauthier, will be the cleanup batter. Eric Tackman, playing catcher, will bat fifth. And then A.J. Avalos, third baseman, batting sixth. Cal Miners is second baseman, going seventh. Jaden Lake is the left fielder, batting eighth. And Will Frentessel is out in right, batting ninth. And they have deep bench: Dylan Holmuth, Isaiah Moore, Marcus Haggerty, Xavier Traeger, Ty Belmore-Alm, and Colby Hansen are left on the bench for them to choose from. Albert Lee going to face Jackson Gauthier, and they got Bryson Gilliam playing left field, batting first. Preston Smith will be the second baseman and bat second. Casey Olvey catches and bats third. Graham Goskeson, the cleanup batter, is playing third here in this game. Drew Olvey will play short and bat fifth. Nate Herr, the DH, goes sixth. And also right fielder Cooper Rassler batting seventh. Aiden Jensen, first base, batting eighth. And Aiden Boss in center field going ninth. Brecken Walkholz will pitch and not bat to begin with here. Manny Cavazos, Peyton Alberts, Ethan Hauser, Drake Sternhagen, and Pax Hovde on the bench for Rich Yost. 16-2, the 447 crew. What a great year. 2 losses. One was to Northfield here a couple weeks ago, 7-3. They lost to Cannon Falls 5-3. Cannon Falls, by the way, having a little trouble getting out of their section so far. Now, I haven't no finals for today, but going into today and the other pods of this first round of the playoffs in the district, the top seeds were Byron, Cannon Falls, Austin, Albert Lee at the top, of course, in the championship now with a chance to win it. And Cannon Falls is got to play today in the play-in game against the Rochester Knights to get to the Rochester Spartans. And Winona is the top seed in their pod, and they will await the winner of the Rochester Panthers Byron game. And Austin also is in the catbird seat in their pod over in Austin. Faribault plays Stewartville for the right to play Austin, and they got to beat them twice before Austin wins one. So the top 4 will come here next weekend if we win today or tomorrow, and play for a right to go to state. I think the top 2 out of that next weekend's pod will end up going to state in Austin, where those games will be held this year. So we're about ready to go. And leadoff batter Aiden Tackman will face Brecken Walkholz. Walkholz has some good pace, velo they say, on the pitches, and doesn't use a lot of body torque. He is mostly all arm there, but it moves. As we get ready to go here, Owatonna, not a surprise necessarily. The 8-9 seeds, they each won one. The one that counted was today when Owatonna came back from 4-0 to win 5-4 and advance. But they've got to beat Albert Lee today and then tomorrow to advance to the next weekend, where Albert Lee just has to win today to do it or tomorrow to do it. And that's ball 1 to start with here. From Walkholz to Tackman. And the pitch is inside, but called a strike. 1-1 to the leadoff batter. If there's a game tomorrow, it'll be at 5 is the scheduled time here. We got the wind blowing into the press box today, so you hear the rumbling in the microphone. Swing and a miss by Tackman makes it a 1-2 count. Believe me, the wind feels good. This flag's out there. If you can, here, let me show you those. If you can see it, hanging limp there, but there's a big breeze coming through the press box here and behind home plate. Now 2-2 is the count to the leadoff batter. he awaits the pitch that is popped up right side and drifting over. It actually bounces on top of the dugout over there, the Owatonna dugout on the first base line. So a long foul, 2-2 will be repeated here. Top of the first. Everything on the line here. The winner advances to next weekend. The loser is done. Unless it's Albert Lee, then it will play tomorrow. At 5 o'clock here at Hike Field. Wackel's ready to go, and he delivers. It hits him. As he didn't get out of the way of that one, but it hit him in the leg as he's trying to get that inside part of the plate, reckon. So a hit by pitch. And Leighton Schnorenberg will be up, the center fielder, with a runner at first and nobody out for Owatonna, who's been on a little bit of a roll today. They were down 4-0 early in that game with Northfield, the game before this one, but they pieced together some runs and got ahead 5-4 and just held on. And that's a ground ball to a shortstop. Nice flip to Hauser at second. No, it's Preston Smith at second today. Olvie to Smith, and the 6-4 put out of Tackman, and a fielder's choice for Schnorenberg. And there's one out and one on for Joe Klecker, the first baseman. The left-handed batting Klecker swings and hits one to the opposite field, and nice running catch there out in left field by Bryson Gilliam for out number 2. Fly ball to left. 2 down for Jackson Gauthier, the pitcher. Oops, I got 1 fly ball out, 1 ground ball out. And still the runner at first with 2 down. And the runner goes. Close play. It's in time to get him. Nice job on the tag there. As Preston Smith applied it, the second baseman, and base runner Schnorenberg was out. Very close play, though, and that's 3. So technically a 1-2-3 inning for Brecken Wacholz and the crew as we go to the bottom of the first, all tied up. And get the 447 bats going here on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Albert Lee Live is here, Southern Minnesota. We have top quality audio and video play-by-play online of more Albert Lee Tiger games and events than anyone else. But we also provide opportunities for Albert Lee area youth to experience our businesses. Students can be paid to be on the air with us or showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media posts or run the cameras for our events. So if you or someone you know might be interested in broadcasting the Tiger teams by joining our team, email us from the AlbertLeeLive.com page or call or text J. Paul at 507-402-1600.
Comprehensive Wealth Solutions is here to help you make informed decisions about your financial future. CWS can provide you with a wealth strategy that aligns with your vision and values. Visit CWSFBO.com. CWS, providing big-time advice the small-town way.
Bottom of the first, and it's Jackson Gauthier going to pitch to Bryson Gilliam, Preston Smith, and Casey Olvey first up here. These 2 teams played not too long ago, and Albert Lee winning here 9-4, I think was the final score, and Owatonna scored 1 in the second in that game, 2 in the fourth, and 1 in the sixth. So Albert Lee had 3 in the first, and 1 in the third, 4 runs in the fifth to break away, and 1 in the seventh as well to win that one. Fairly easily going away, but today's a new day. Owatonna, having just beaten Northfield on top of the world. They're a little dirty and maybe a little tired, but hey, these kids, I say it all the time. When I was a kid this age, I'd have played doubleheaders every day, all week long, and a lot of times did with the friends at some ballpark growing up in Mapleton. But it'll be Gilliam coming up here and leading things off with his .263 average, 7 runs scored, 4 RBIs. He leads the team in walks with 15 and steals with 11. And the lefty takes the first pitch for a strike from Gauthier. And another strike called. And now Gilliam down 0-2. He's a lefty, so I suppose we should go to the other view. Other than looking at his back, and that is going to be low and outside. A ball and 2 strikes. See if I can cut down on some of the wind coming in, but I can't really. No matter how much I shut the window down, we'll just have to deal with it. It's 2-2 now to Bryson Gilliam, leadoff batter, bottom of the first. As Northfield had a base runner, but on a hit by pitch, but then Albertley able to get 3 outs in a row, including a caught stealing, so 3 up, 3 down in that first half of the first. Here's the full count to Gilliam from lefty Gauthier, and he fouls that one off to stay alive. It'll be interesting to see how those other 3 pods end up in this district as he walks Gilliam. Leadoff base on balls, and that brings up Preston Smith with a runner at first and nobody out. Preston for the VFW. Preston batting .291, 7 runs scored, 2 RBIs, 2 doubles among his 7 hits. And only 1 strikeout in his 24 at bats. And it's 1-0 to Preston. Playing second base today for Rich Yost. And they throw to first. Back. Nice close play there, but Gilliam back. Like I said, he's the team leader in steals with 11. Next closest to him is 7 from Casey Olvey, 6 for Drew Olvey, and 7 for Aiden Boss as well. And another throw over, back safely. You can see first, if you have the bigger screen, the bigger the screen, the better it looks here from this angle. Did you see first? You can see second, and the home, and short, and out on the outfield with the bigger screen. It becomes a little more vivid, but there's a swing and a miss by Smith to even up the count after a couple of throwovers to first, and it's 1-1 to Preston. Casey Olvey on deck. Leadoff walk. And it right through the hole opposite field to right, and it's 2 on and nobody out. And the first hit for Albert Lee. Gilliam at second. Preston Smith at first. Casey Elvey coming up. The catcher has increased his average quite a bit. He's up to .302 now with 10 runs, 8 RBIs. That is 1 behind the team lead of 9 by Drew Elvey. 4 doubles for Casey as well. And now chance to knock one in here with a base hit and 2 on. Still nobody out, and the runner goes. Gilliam is in. Steal number 12 at third base as Preston stayed at first. So runners at the corners now with nobody out. And a 1-strike count here to Casey. So he gets the sign from Rich Yost at third base in the third base box. There's Rich out there in his red shorts. And they throw over. Back again is this time Preston Smith safely. Albertley started with a walk. Owatonna started with a hit batter. They couldn't get past second, and we've got now one first and third with nobody out. Trying to take the early lead here in the bottom of the first. And Casey looks at that one a little high. 2-1. Or is it 1-1? 1-1. Too many throws to first. Throws me off. As Casey steps back in on a 1-1 count. And now time called by the defense as they want to chat with the entire infield out there. And quick strategy session on what to do with no outs and runner at third, also the runner at first. Do you concede the runner and try a double play on a ground ball? Do you try and cut the runner off? You got to try and look back the runner at third anyway. At least take a look over there. There's a lot to talk about. This one is fouled, third base side, and out of play. So strike two. 1-2. Casey, long at bat here, especially with a few throws over. 16-2 Albert Lee, and 8-9 Owatonna is what they said their record is. And this is a single to center. Yes, it drops right in front of the center fielder. One run will score, and it gets past him, so on they go to second and third. It's not an error because he didn't try and get, well, I don't know, he let it get by him. So maybe it's a single for Olvey and an RBI, but it's going to be an error on the letting it get by him to allow everybody else to advance. As Gilliam scores, Preston Smith is on at third. Olvey's at second. Back-to-back hits, and it's 1-0 Albert Lee. Still nobody out. And a foul out of play by Graham Goskeson, who is the cleanup batter today, third baseman, batting .360 on the year with 7 runs scored, 8 RBIs, 4 doubles, 4 strikeouts, 4 walks, and 4 steals. He's number 4, so he likes the 4, and that's a bad play at second base that gets by. Instead of getting his body out in front of it, he just kind of stuck a glove out there, and it missed, and that scores the run. 2 runs come in on what is an E4, and it's 3-0. Albert Lee here in the bottom of the first. Score early and often. They had 6 early runs, a 6-0 lead yesterday, and held on to win 6-5. So you can never give up. But Goskeson's going to be on now as he cleared the bases there for the second and third, and it's 3-0. And Drew Olvey is due up. He of the .320 average, leads the team in at-bats, second in hits. He is I guess, first alone in RBI with 9. Trying to bring into the double digits. He's also first in runs scored at 18. 5 doubles is second best. So Drew's having a good year, and a lot of guys are when you're 16-2. As they break up the conference in the middle of the infield, and still nobody out here with the 5th batter up, Drew. Runner at first, 3 runs in. 2 by error. And an RBI for Olvey. Casey Olvey got the first one. This is Drew, who is, of course, right-handed batting shortstop. And Gauthier ready to go. Checks the runner at first, and the lefty throws over again. Back safely. That's about 5 or 6 throwovers there for the first 3 guys on. And a 1-0 count. I guess there was a pitch thrown. I thought there was one, but it's first. And nobody out. 3-run lead. Here's the pitch outside and high. It's ball 2 to Drew. Goskeson getting his lead over at first, as you can see, through the fence, and that's a strike called to Olvey. 2-1. Capitalizing on a couple of errors here already. As Goskeson goes, and there's not even going to be a throw as it popped out of catcher Tackman's glove, and he's going to get a free pass to second. As now another in the scoring position with nobody out, and Olvey with a 3-1 count. Time called temporarily, now back to play here. And you see Gostisson out there getting his lead at second, and then is grounded to third. And the play is only at first, but he's going to be safe at first and on his way to third after the throw is Gostisson. They throw over to third. It gets away a little bit, and down to second goes Drew Olvey. Well, that is a infield single for Drew. And the third single of the inning with a walk and an error. 2 errors, actually, but one was after the base hit. Now Nate Herr comes up, the 6th batter to come up here in the first. Goskisson's at third. Drew Olvey at second. 3-0, nobody out, and Nate Herr. And a foul ball out of play. Makes it strike 1 to Nate. Second and third, nobody out. Trying to add on here in the first as that is fouled. And Nate now down 0-2. But Herr leading the team in average at 473. He's got 15 runs. That's second best on the team. 5 RBIs. 8 doubles, which leads the team. And only 1 strikeout in his 38 at-bats. That hits the hole. He goes opposite field to score 1. Here comes the second one as they bobble the throw out there, the pickup out there. And a 2 RBI single for Nate Herr. And it is 5-0 already. Albert Lee, 4 hits, 5 runs, and everything going their way here with still nobody out. And the 7th man up is Cooper Rassler. Coop with a 358 average. He's got 12 runs scored. That is 3rd on the team. 6 RBIs and 1 double. And Coop with the high socks is ready to go. Hitting 7th in the order today with a runner at first. 5-0. Still nobody out, and they throw to first again. They're wearing out the path over there to first. No outs in the pickoff attempts there at first base, but they're persistent with the lefty pitcher. A little easier for him to see and huff it over there, I would imagine. With that one getting away, and down to second goes Nate on a wild pitch. So another one in scoring position here for Albert Lee as it's a 1-0 count now to Cooper. 5-0. Nobody out. Things couldn't have gotten off to a worse start for Owatonna here as it's up high 2-0. Yesterday, Albert Lee scored 4 in the first and held on to win 6-5 over Northfield. So this does by no means mean that they're got a lock on the win here, but I'd rather be in this position than down 5-0 in the first. As Cooper waits on the 2-0, and Drew is causing some ruckus on the bases there at second. Actually, is that Drew? Can't see the number. Oh, that's Nate Herr. I'm sorry, 16, yeah. And he walked him. Or hit him. So either way, it is first and second now with nobody out and 5 runs already in. And the 8-hitter, Aiden Jensen. The Aiden boys at the bottom of the order. Aiden Jensen, Aiden Boss. They might change pitchers already here with the 8th hitter coming up here for Albert Lee. And first and second and nobody out. 5-0. As Jackson talking to the manager, pitching coach maybe. They haven't taken the ball just yet. Talking it over, infielders. Encouragement with each other here. And Aiden Jensen coming up for Albert Lee. He's hitting .214. 5 runs scored, 4 RBIs, and a double. They do change pitchers. They're going with the shortstop, Aiden Tackman. And out to the outfield goes their starter, Jackson Gauthier. So he get credit for no outs. Gave up 5 runs on 4 hits, although they're not all earned because there was a couple of errors in there. But this is going to be an early pitching change with 5-0 lead and 2 on, nobody out in the bottom of the first for Albert Lee when we return on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lee refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check him out online, MrSandless.com.
So they put Cal Miners from second to short. Pitcher Jackson Gauthier goes out to the outfield. I think he's in left. He might be in center. He's a little cleaner out there. But this is new pitcher Aiden Tackman and a righty instead of the lefty. And here's a hit to center field, but it's going to hang up for the first out and no advancement. So no tagging there as Aiden Jensen flies out to center. 1 out. Aiden Boss, the center fielder, is up. And Boss has got a .303 average with the VFW 447 crew with 8 runs scored, 6 RBIs. And he's got a double on the season, too. So they've batted around here in the first with 1 down. Swing and a miss. Strike 1 to Boss. 5-zip. J. Paul at Height Field. Wind blowing in when it is blowing. Sometimes it's limp out there, the flag, but a 1-1 count. Ball and a strike with Tackman ready to go. He's got an unenviable position with 2 on and he came in with nobody out. And down 5 already here in the first. 2-1 to Aiden Boss. Takes a look at the runner at second and then delivers. That's a strike called. 2-2. Yet the pitch. And a full count now with her at second, Rassler at first. 1 out, and Boss now at 3-2. Tackman checks the runner. Here's the pitch, and it's a 2-hopper to second. He pivots and throws to the shortstop to get Rassler at second for the second out. On to third goes her. On the fielder's choice for Aiden Boss, who's at first base. First and third, 2 down, top of the order. 10th batter up is Bryson Gilliam, who walked and scored and also stole a base on his way home there in that leadoff position. So first and third, 2 down. And Gilliam try and get that run in from third here as the runner goes to second, and they throw the third instead, but the throw is a little off. So easily back is Rassler, or rather Nate Herr at third, and Boss now down at second. Second and third. And that's a strike called to Gilliam. A 1-1 count. And the pitch is swung on and hit foul and out of play over by the equipment shed. 1-2 to Gilliam, second time up this inning. He had a 3-2 pitch, and he walked. His first time up. Right now, that's in the dirt, 2-2. Bryson. Base hit, could score 2 more and really make it tough on Owatonna. But it ain't over till it's over, as they say, as that is now a full count to Gilliam, rather. He had a full count on Drew Olvey, I believe. Also Gilliam, the first time. See if he walks again. Nope, he fouls that one to the right side. And we'll go 3-2 again. Here's the payoff pitch. And a called third strike, with the umpire calling that one on that inside corner. And ending the inning, leaving 2 stranded, but coming across with 5 in the bottom of the first. And, boy, it's going to be a long climb back up for Owatonna, but their bats are coming up here when we return on AlbertLeeLive.com.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lea. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lea.
5-0 after 1. Albert Lea up on top here in championship area. In the consolation final, it was Owatonna holding on to beat, actually coming back to beat Northfield 5-4. After Northfield beat them 7-2 yesterday. But Northfield eliminated from postseason play, VFW. And Owatonna here has to win 2 against Albert Lea to advance, where Albert Lea just needs to win today or tomorrow at 5 if it's needed. Wachholz had a 1-2-3 first, and then he got to sit quite a while. He's not batting today, so he got a good rest over there, and he might need it with 10 wrestling matches and his All-American honors out of the Fargo week. And Gauthier, Tackman, and Avalos coming up here, the 4-5-6 batters to face Breck. It's right-hander Jackson Gauthier, who already was taken out of the game in the first, couldn't get an out. We gave up the 5 runs on 4 hits. And Tackman came in and shut it down. 1-0 and a foul ball, 1-1 now to Gauthier. As Wachholz winds and fires, and that was inside, but just off the plate, so a 2-1 count to the leadoff batter on top of the second here for Owatonna. And it's Jackson taking that one. 2-2 is a called strike. Wachholz taking his time, doing a little stretching and manicuring on the mound. Time called by Gauthier as the 2-2 count awaits. And he swings and misses. The ball gets away from catcher for Albert Lea, Casey Elvey, but he throws him out at first anyway, so they complete the strikeout. And there's one down. First K for Brecken. And that brings up Eric Tackman, the catcher. That is going to be a strike on the outside corner. Called strike 1 to Tackman. One down, nobody on. Top of the second. Wachholz with a 5-0 lead. And another strike called. So it quickly gets up 0-2 on Tackman. And this is fisted to shortstop, and Preston Smith. No, it's Drew Olvey. I'm so used to Smith being a shortstop, but he's at second. So Olvey gets it done on a 6-3 put out. 2 up, 2 down for A.J. Avalos. 2 down, nobody on. And only one ball out of the infield. That was a fly to left by Klecker for the second out of the first inning. Caught stealing, 2 ground outs, a fly out and a strikeout so far for Brecken. In a 1-0 count. And that's outside 2-0 to Avalos. Third baseman, A.J. 2-0. Wachholz fires, and that is in the air to the gap in right center. It's going to drop, and a 2-out base hit for Avalos. Their first hit of the game. See if they can get a 2-out rally going here, trailing by 5. But 7-hitter Cal Miners is up. He's 4th up this inning with 1 out, or actually 2 outs, and the runner at first. Right-handed batting, Cal Miners. And he gets one back to Wachholz, easily picks that one up and throws to Jensen over at first for the 3rd out. And they waste the base runner there, so a 2-out single goes for naught, and we are at 5-0 through an inning and a half. And the 447 crew bats are coming up with a 5-run lead already when we return on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lea. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The van, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Bracken Wachholz has faced 7 batters in his 2 innings of work. Albert Lea has put 10 up in the first inning and chased their starter, Jackson Gauthier, with no outs. And I believe he pitched to 7 or 8 batters, so couldn't get it out, and then Aiden Tackman came in and shut it down. But 5-0 here as we head to the bottom of the second. It's Preston Smith, Casey Olvey, and Graham Goskeson due up. They all scored in the first inning. Smith had a single. Olvey had a single and an RBI. Goskeson reaching on an error. Olvey had a single. Drew, as they came up with 4 hits, a couple of errors, and ended up a couple of steals as well. Nate Herr with a 2 RBI single, and Olvey with an RBI single, and other runs scored by error. 1 on the center fielder and 1 on the second baseman, I believe. I'm trying to find it now, but first pitch here to Smith is a strike called. 0-1. Preston, second baseman, got on and scored in the first inning. He scored the second run of the game. It's 1-1 to him now, as that one misses. Preston 7 for 24 coming in, so 8 for 25. He's probably pushed his average to 300 or so. 2-1 now. The 2-1 is hit high in the air. It's foul territory on the right side. And caught by the first baseman for 1 up, 1 down. A high pop to first. And Preston's 1 for 2. Casey Ulvey comes up with 1 out. And nobody on. Casey singled, RBI single, and then there was an error that allowed him to go to second, and he ended up scoring in the first. His 11th run of the season. His RBI was his 9th and ties him with Drew Ulvey for the team lead. He was in a 3-way tie with Nate Herr and Graham Goskeson with 8. Now he's tied with brother Drew at 9, and it's 1-1 to Casey. The pitch is high, 2-1. Again, if Albert Lee wins, they win this tournament this weekend, and they'll play here again next weekend. Same basic structure. With the other 3 pod winners in the first round of the district, they have 14 pods. And all the 1 seeds are in the driver's seat except for Cannon Falls. 3-1. And a strike is called as he takes that one. Full count here to Casey with 1 out, nobody on in the bottom of the second. 5-0 Albert Lee lead. And he hits one to the left, and it's a fair ball right over the bag. And he's rounding first and on his way to second. The throw is coming in. Oh, it beat him big time, and he is out. But he gets a single and then thrown out at second for out number 2. And 2 down for Graham Goskeson. It's the 5th hit for Albert Lee on the day. Goskeson reaching on an error on the second baseman. Stole the base and then scored later in the inning. The 4th run of 5 in that first, he scored. And Goskeson with that run, his 8th of the season. And the steal was his 5th. And I think it's 1-0 now to him. Let me fix my balls and strikes here. I didn't even put the second out up there. It's fouled out of play for strike 1. 1-1 to Graham. And the third baseman waits and sees that one a little high, and good eye leaves it go. 2-1. So Aiden Tackman, pitcher, working on a 1-2-3 inning here in relief as he hits another foul ball. 2-2 with 2 outs. And nobody on here in the second. Big 5. Nice crooked number for Albert Lee. That's a laser down foul down the third baseline. And it'll go 2-2 again. Got a good look at that one. This is skied straight up over first base, and then it just curves out of play and drops harmlessly for a strike. 2-2. It stays, and Graham lives another day. A couple of interesting foul balls. The one he ripped down the third baseline, boy, that was, if that was fair, he would have run a long way. This one just kept curving, and the wind kind of pushed it out of play, first baseline, and nobody could catch up to it over there. So 2-2 again. This time another shot to left, but it curves out of play. Well, that was close to a home run if it would have been fair. I'm not sure it would have got out, but it might have hit the fence. Hit it a long way, but foul. So 2-2 still. He's the foul king here lately. Keep this view. He's got 2 long shots down that third baseline. This one is lifted into center field. And that might be trouble. No, a nice diving catch out there for a 1-2-3 inning for Aiden Tackman. But a really nice diving catch out there in center by Leighton Schnorenberg. And 5 in the first, but none in the second, and it's 5-0 after 2 on AlbertLeeLive.com. As I have a replay here. Let's see what this is all about. Is this one of his foul balls? Oh yeah, that one he hit a long way foul. And let's see if this one is any different. Or is it the same? Nope. We're back to live. So that's 5-0 after 2. Albert Lee really in the catbird seat here, needing just one win of 2 games. And Owatonna has to get both of them or their season is done. And they're down 5-0 as we head to the 3rd inning. And it's a fly out, a throw out, and 2 in the air there. As Wackles again with 1 strikeout, 1 hit batter, a caught stealing, 3 ground ball outs, and 1 fly out. He's given up 1 hit, no runs though through his 2 innings of work. Minimal pitches, I would say. He's up to the 8th batter in the lineup. The 8-9-1 hitters, Jaden Lake, Will Frantessel, and Aiden Tackman due up here. Top of 3, 5-0 already, Albert Lee. Lake is the left fielder. As he steps in to the right-hand side of the box. And the first time these guys met here a week or so ago, when our 9-4 win, Lake pinch hit and struck out. But he didn't face Wackles. He swings and misses there. And it's 1-1 to Lake. A ball and a strike from Wackles. And he throws that one outside and high. 2-1. He faces the batter with 2 just straight on, then turns his body. But he's pretty much all arm when he tosses those in there. And that is a 3-1 count now. That barely missed. Looked like a pretty good pitch, but called a ball. It still says 1-1 on the scoreboard here in the stadium, but it's 3-1, and that one's fouled out of play. 3-2. With nobody out here in the top of the 3rd. Owatonna down 5. Inside, and he walked him. He walks the 8-hitter. First base on balls. He has hit a batter, but his first walk there. So a leadoff walk leads to Will Frantessel, the right fielder, the 9-hitter. Frantessel. He was 0 for 2 with a walk in the first game against Albert Lee a few weeks ago. And with a runner at first now and nobody out, he throws in, squares to bunt, but strike is called. Oh, 1. PK again pitches in. That's bunted down the first baseline and rolls foul. Runner was going. He'll have to go back. Lake to first, and that ends up being just a strike. So 0-2 now. He'll have to swing away. Oh, 2. Runner at first. Nobody out here in the 3rd. Wackles working on his 2nd strikeout. And delivers. Runner is gone on the pitch, but fouled back, and we'll do 0-2 again. Brecken looking in for the call. Checks the runner at first. And delivers. He has not thrown over to first yet. And it's 1-2. A ball and 2 strikes. Wacholz taking his time, checking the runner out of the corner of his eyes, and a strikeout and throw out. Double play. Beautifully done. And that wipes out all the base runners. 2 down, nobody on here. As that is strikeout for number 2 for Wacholz as he gets Frantessel in the throw down from Casey to shortstop Drew, and they nail him. So top of the order with 2 down, Aiden Tackman. It's a 1-0 count. Last time up, he was hit by a pitch, 5th pitch of the game. That's outside. 2-0. 2-0, and wow. Had something started there with a walk, and all of a sudden, there's nobody on, and there's 2 outs on a nice double play. Strikeout, throw him out. This is a blooper that's going to get picked up by Hauser, and he throws it away. No advancement, though, for base runner Tackman as he's on an E4. First error for Albert Lee. Brings up Leighton Schnorenberg. He's the center fielder who reached on a fielder's choice and then was caught stealing. They've not had a batter to second base yet in the game here with 2 outs in the 3rd. Big lead over there for Tackman. It's fouled. Strike 1 to Schnorenberg. No runs, 1 hit. 1 error for Albert Lee's D. Jensen holds him on over at first. Suppose we could cut to that and watch the lead that he has. He's out there quite a ways on there, but Brecken's still not throwing over there as the Owatonna pitchers have thrown over the first 5 or 6 times in the early innings here. Brecken's keeping an eye on him, but he's got a pretty good lead over there, does Tackman. And the 1-1 gets away. And down to second. Up on the way to third now. Nope, they're going to say you got to go back to second. So back to second here with a 2-1 count now to Schnorenberg. Wild pitch there for Brecken, his first. He's talking to the field ump, too, about form and other such things. They like to tell you what they notice you doing, that they don't want you to get in trouble, get a balk called or anything. Wacholz checks the defense behind him and then looks at the base runner who's out there at second, Tackman, with 2 down. It's a 2-1 count. And a swing and a miss. Evens it up at 2-2 to Schnorenberg. He reached on a fielder's choice, like I said, and was thrown out on a caught stealing. 2-2, 2 outs. Runner at second, and that's high. 3-2, so full count to Schnorenberg here. Runner will be going with the pitch with 2 down. And it's a low ball 4. First and second now with 2 down. First walk, second walk for, he hit a batter and his second walk of the inning here for Wacholz. He walked the leadoff batter and they did get him on the strikeout throwout double play. First pitch to lefty Klecker, who flew out to left his first time up, and he fouls it back, strike 1. 5-0 Albert Lee here, top of the 3rd. Time running out for Owatonna. Goes fast when you're down 5-0. It's like we're already in the third. That's fouled out of play. So 0-2. See if Brecken can fool him on something just out of the zone, make him swing at it, and get the bats going again. So far, just the 5 runs in the first and goose eggs everywhere else. There's the 0-2 that's grounded just past Brecken's glove, and it was. I had the right view there. It was Preston Smith who picked it up at second, and a 4-3 put out is the third out. So they waste that runner at second and can't score again. We're through 2.5. It's 5-0 Albert Lee, and the 447 boys bats are coming up here on AlbertLeeLive.com. Stay up to date on Tiger activities by following Albert Lee Live on social media. See what's on tap for the week and check out daily game day graphics to always know what's happening. You'll also get fast updates of game postponements and cancellations. Like and share our posts to keep others updated, and leave a comment with any questions for quick answers. Follow us at Albert Lee Live on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and catch all the action on AlbertLeeLive.com.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The van, the yellow van, called Service Master.
You know, Owatonna finally getting a runner past second in the game here this past half inning, but couldn't capitalize on it. And Wackel's still with a shutout going through 3 as we have Aiden Tackman warming up here. He's relieved Jackson Guthrie in the first with no outs. Jackson just couldn't do it today, and 5 runs scored before you knew it. So to the third we go, and Albert Lee will have the 5, 6, 7 hitters. Drew Ulvey, Nate Herr, and Cooper Rassler. Sounds like more runs to me. Drew singled and scored in the first. Herr singled, a 2 RBI single, by the way, and then ended up stranded at third, and Rassler walked. So they all got on their first time up. As Tackman came up, relieved Gauthier with nobody out. And the 8-9 hitters, he got a fly out to center, a fielder's choice, and a strikeout to end the first. And then he went 1, 2, 3 through the 2, 3, 4 hitters last inning. Even got a base hit, but trying to stretch it to a double was thrown out. That was Casey Ulvey. Then a fly out and a pop out took care of us. But Ulvey now with a strike as he fouls that one back. Drew had a base hit and a run scored. First time up. And leads the team in at-bats with 53 coming in. 1-1 to Drew. Tackman delivers low, 2-1. One pitch, and he lets that one go, and it's high and outside. 3-1 to Drew. Leading off the third here for Albert Lee. And he's got one to the right side as the throw is off target, but caught by the first baseman, and then he steps on the bag. It's a nice play over there at first by Joe Klecker to save the day, at least momentarily, and a 5-3 put out. 1 up, 1 down. Brings up Nate Herr, the DH. 2 RBI single. For Nate, that's 7 RBIs on the year. And trying to get back to a 500-plus average. He dipped down to 473 here, but that's still phenomenal. Strike 1 for Nate. And he gets one right back to the pitcher, who throws him out. 2 up, 2 down quickly here in the third for Albert Lee. On a 1-3 put out there, so he's 1 for 2. Cooper Rassler walked his first time up and was thrown out at second. Cooper with 40 at-bats coming in, 14 hits, 358 average, 12 runs, 6 RBIs, and a double on the season. Takes ball one here. 2 out, nobody on, and that one misses. 2-0 to Rassler. The 2-0 on the way. He lets that one go. That one hits the outside corner, says the ump. 2-1. Rassler awaits, and Tackman throws one in there. And this is Bloop just going to be caught by the second baseman. Nicely done there. Just out of our camera angle. But a 1-2-3 inning for the second inning in a row here for the Owatonna defense. They haven't been able to score, but we'll see what they do here in the fourth. Coming up here on AlbertlyLive.com.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lee. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lee.
So far, just one hit for Owatonna through 3 innings against Brecken Walkles. And that was A.J. Avalos, and he's coming up third this inning. As the 4, 5, 6 batters will face BK here with Gautier, Tackman, and Avalos. He's got 2 strikeouts, does Brecken. 2 walks and a hit batter, 1 wild pitch, so he's helped them a little bit. But they've only had 1 runner past second so far in the first 3 innings. They caught 2 stealing, he and Casey behind the plate. Only 1 fly ball out, 4 ground outs. And with 2 caught stealing, it's pretty cool to get 9 outs with that many different outs. Possibilities, 2 strikeouts, 2 caught stealings, 4 ground outs and a fly out. Top of 4, 5-0 Albert Lee. Albert Lee wins. They go next weekend. Well, they stay here next weekend for the district championship weekend. All 4 winners of the pods around the area. So far, Austin and Winona are the number 1 seeds that are in the catbird seat today, just like Albert Lee, have gone undefeated in their home pod of 4 teams. The only one that hasn't was Cannon Falls. And there was a Rochester team that had the upper hand there, but you never know. We'll find out how everybody else did. I don't know if their games got moved up. These games were scheduled for 1 and 3:30, but they moved them up 2 hours. It's 0-1 here to the leadoff batter, Gautier. And that first game, Owatonna Northfield lasted almost 2.5 hours. And then they had a half hour of field prep, and Albert Lee took ins and outs, and then we got underway a little late for that second game. This one here, 0-2 now is 1-2 to Gautier. Leading off the fourth here, trailing 5-0 to Albert Lee. He struck out his first time up, and he gets jammed there, goes right back to Walkholes, who throws him out. 1 up, 1 down, 1-3 put out. It's a second one for Brecken. Fields his position well. Good reflexes out there. Tackman coming up here. This is Eric Tackman. Second time up, he grounded out to short his first time. And there's 1 out with nobody on here in the fourth. Wackles delivers, and that's a strike on called on the outside corner. 0-1 to the catcher, Tackman. He thought about it, but let it go, and it was ball 1. 1-1. Good food here, good crowds all weekend. at Hike Field. And it'll happen again the next weekend if Albert Lee can win this one or tomorrow. They don't have to win today, but it would be nice just to get it out of the way and take a week off again. And recharge. 1-2 becomes 2-2. That one missed. And BK delivers, fouled. Still 2-2. And that one is 2-2 hit him. Second hit batter for Brecken. And a one-out base runner for Avalos. I keep forgetting if it's Avalos or Avalos. I think it's Avalos. AJ, he had a base hit his first time out. The only hit off of Brecken so far. They got a pinch runner over there, so the catcher Tackman can get his gear on. I don't see a number yet. Might be Dylan Homuth, number 27. Pinch running over there at first. With one out, and here's the pitch. It's hit into center field, but tracking it down out there and making the grab is Aiden Boss. No problem. That's 2 down. Second fly ball out against Wacholz. 2 down, 1 on for Cal Miners, and second baseman hit one right back to Brecken. Got thrown out in that second inning for the 3rd out, and we hope that's the result here too. As he checks the runner out of the corner of his eye and delivers a strike. Boy, he's been pretty good getting ahead of these hitters. The lead at first for Tackman. And the pitch is fouled. First base side out of play. 0-2. He's got him where he wants him. Trying to get that 3rd out and keep the shutout going. He's hit 2, walked 2, but struck out 2, thrown out 2, trying to steal. That's outside, 1-2. Of course, he's had help there with his catcher, Casey Olvey. Behind the plate, doing his usual stellar job. And the 1-2 is low, 2-2 now. So 0-2, he's trying to get him to swing at something out of the zone, but that hasn't happened, and it's now 2-2 to Cal Miners. Owatonna trailing 5-0 here, top of the 4th. Time running out on their season, and a 3-2 count. See Tackman get his lead over there at first. Wacholz delivers, it's inside, and he walked him. The ball gets away, and runner does not advance past second as Tackman heads down there, and Miners is on at first. That's the 3rd walk. 2 hit batters, 3 walks. It's giving them chances, but here's Jaden Lake, the left fielder. He walked his first time up last inning. Led off the 3rd with a walk and got thrown out at second. One of those 2 caught stealings. First and second. 2 down. Jaden Lake up. Right-handed batting left fielder. And Wacholz is right on there, and he gets one popped up. Second baseman calling, and Preston Smith makes the grab. So a pop to second ends the threat. They strand 2 more, and through 3.5. It's 5-0 Albert Lee on albertleelive.com.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lee. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
5-0 as we head to the bottom of the fourth. Albert Lee trying to add to their big lead here with the 8-9-1 hitters coming up. Aiden Jensen, Aiden Boss, and Bryson Gilliam. Yes, they chased the starter, Jackson Gauthier, with no outs in the first, scoring 5 times. And then Tackman came in, and he's done real well. He got the first 3 batters he faced out, and then went 1-2-3 in the second and 1-2-3 in the third against this 4-4-7 crew. So he's been real well. They were real good off the hill as he is done with his warm-up tosses. And the Aidens are coming up. Actually, no, this is pinch hitting. Peyton Alberts for Aiden Jensen. So Alberts is first at bat here in the fourth of this game. He comes in with a .312 average, one of 11 batters at 300 or better for Rich Yost. And Alberts has 3 runs scored, 3 RBIs. And he takes strike 1 here. Have I advanced it to the bottom of the fourth yet? No, I didn't. But he has this at second, and it gets through. E4 will allow him to get on here. 3rd error already on Owatonna here has helped the Albert Lee cause. The other 2 were in the first inning, that 5-run first. Had 5 hits in that inning, and they haven't had one since. Well, actually, they did have the base hit in the second. Ulvey was thrown out trying to stretch it into a double. So 4 of those hits when they scored the 5 runs in that first. And so Jensen gets his lead at first, and that's fouled back. Strike 1 to Aiden Boss. Peyton Alberts at first. Boss had reached on a fielder's choice. And takes that one 1-1. And he hits one to third base. They go to second, get the lead runner, and the first out is done there on a 5-4 put out at second of Peyton Alberts. And reaching on a fielder's choice is Boss, second time in the game. And that brings up Bryson Gilliam with 1 out here in the fourth. Throw to first and back safely is Boss. Gilliam has a strikeout and a walk. Also stole a base and scored a run in that first inning after he walked to lead off the first. And on the way, easily, Boss stealing second and no play made. It's his 8th steal, second on the team. Runner at second now with 1 down. And that is 1-1, says the umpire. 3rd time up for Gilliam here in the 4th inning. And an RBI opportunity as he check swings and leads that one go 2-1. Gilliam with 4 RBIs on the year wants to add one more here, but he fouls that one. And it's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at second. And that's low and gathers some dirt to make it a 3-2 count. Boss at second. Nice sizable lead out there. The shortstop faking that he's going to play over there. And The 3-2 is on the way. And Gilliam lifts it foul and out of play. Three-two again here. (16-2). Albert Lee trying to get that 17th win and then advance. There's a strike three call to Gilliam. That'll be the first K for Tackman. Second K for Tackman. Yes. Moss is the first base runner. He's actually second. He did reach on a fielder's choice, but didn't advance in that first inning when he came in relief. Tackman of Gautier. So 2 down and on his way to third easily, and his ball standing for a steal. A 1-0 count, I believe, to Preston, who had a base hit and scored in the first. And then a pop out to first. This is a long way in for the right fielder, but he does catch up to it on fly to right. And out number 3. So they strand a runner at third, but still lead 5-0 after 4 complete here on AlbertLeeLive.com.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lee. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lee.
We head to the 5th, and time running out for Owatonna with 5 big runs in that first inning. The only runs scored in this game. Championship round of this first playoff weekend. And Albert Lee looking to win and host next weekend's 3 teams here. And it looks like Austin, Winona, and maybe one of the Rochester teams, although we don't know how that's going in those other cities. Cannon Falls, Austin, and Winona all hosting 3 teams each. 3 of the 4 number 1 seeds are sitting in the catbird seat as we get to this championship round in each city. We'll find out who makes it and who's coming here. I'm keeping it positive. We got a 5-run lead here with 9 outs left. And if Albert Lee can win, they will host as the number 1 seed. And if you get through next weekend, I think the top 2 teams, whoever makes the championship next weekend, will go to state in Austin the following week. So we're closing in on the end of the season here. Legion team, by the way, from Albert Lee, still alive and playing tonight in Winona. In a double elimination. That's just the 1 game tonight, but they will stay alive with the win. Top of 5. Wackles is still working. And strike 1 to Francesol, who is leading off here, the 9-hitter. He swings through that one. It's 0-2. He struck out his first time up on 4 pitches. Now 0-2. And a long pause there for Brecken, but he finally delivers, and that's popped out to third base. Couldn't quite get it over there in time to look at the out for Goskeson over there at third, but 1 up and 1 down. And a 4th pop out or fly out and 4 ground outs, 2 caught stealings, and 2 strikeouts for Brecken. 1 down. Nobody on here in the 5th. Top of the order. And Aiden Tackman, who was hit by a pitch, got stranded at first, then reached on an error and got stranded at second. He's the farthest anybody's been for this Owatonna team so far in the first 4 innings. Fouls that one, and it's. Is it 0-2 or is it 1-1? 1-1. BK delivers, and it's ripped into left center for left field, let's call it, for a base hit. Second hit of the game off of Wachholz. And a one-out single for Tackman. Brings up Leighton Schnorenberg, the center fielder who reached on a fielder's choice, was caught stealing, and then walked and stranded at first. 1 on, 1 out for Schnorenberg. Takes a long look down to his coach at third base for the sign here. They need to get some base runners and move them around here. Down 5-0, top of the fifth. And he's going. You could tell he was pretty tense. He waited a while. That one gets past Smith. Second baseman playing that one on the shortstop side of second base. Couldn't quite come up with it. And now the first two are on. I'm calling that an error. I think Preston's good enough to have gotten that one. I don't know if he'd have thrown him out, but he didn't play it right. So first and second, and 1 out for the lefty Gauthier. Or actually Joe Klecker, the lefty. First baseman. He flew out to left and grounded out to second. 0-for-2 day going. First two on here in the fifth. Wachholz checks the runner at second. This is hit to left. It's curving foul as it drops harmlessly for a strike. And it's 0-2 to Klecker. Two on, 1 out. 5-run cushion, but threatening here with first and second. It's 0-2 to Klecker. As Wachholz toes the rubber, nods in agreement with the sign from Casey, and then jams him, and it goes to short. As Drew picks it up, goes to Preston at second for the lead runner there. Actually, not the lead runner because he goes to third, Tackman, but they do get the out at second. That's 2 down. And Anna's fielder's choice was Klecker. First and third now with 2 outs. And it brings up Jackson Gauthier. Struck out and grounded out to Wachholz at the mound. Courtesy runner coming in at third is Isaiah Moore. Isaiah Moore and over at first Klecker. First and third, 2 down. As the shutout is in jeopardy here, but Wachholz has struck out Gauthier before, so he can get it done. He's 0-for-2. Here's Jackson. And the first pitch is on the outside corner, says the umpire, for strike 1. Farthest Owatonna has been, or closest to scoring as they've been. They got a guy on third here. As that one is ripped to second base. Nice pickup and a throw out. Keeps the shutout in effect as Preston Smith picks that up, gets it to Jensen, and a 4-3 put out. He stranded a couple there and came close, but no cigar. 4.5. It's 5-0 Albert Lee, and the 447 crew is coming to bat on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Albert Lee Live is here, Southern Minnesota. We have top quality audio and video play-by-play online of more Albert Lee Tiger games and events than anyone else. But we also provide opportunities for Albert Lee area youth to experience our businesses. Students can be paid to be on the air with us or showcase their graphic art skills by creating social media posts or run the cameras for our events. So if you or someone you know might be interested in broadcasting the Tiger teams by joining our team, email us from the AlbertLeeLive.com page or call or text J. Paul at 507-402-1600.
Comprehensive Wealth Solutions is here to help you make informed decisions about your financial future. CWS can provide you with a wealth strategy that aligns with your vision and values. Visit CWSFBO.com. CWS, providing big-time advice the small-town way.
Bottom of 5 here, 5-0 Albert Lee. 3-4-5 hitters coming up for the 4-4-7 crew. Casey Olvey, Graham Goskeson, and Drew Olvey. 5 early runs, 5-0 first inning, and that has held up so far. Here as we get to the bottom of 5. And again, Albert Lee wins. They advance to next weekend here in the championship round of the district with the other 3 pod winners. Same basic structure. I would imagine they play at 10 on Saturday morning as the number 1 seed, just like they did this weekend. Then if they can win, get a 5:30 game on Saturday. As Olvey has a RBI single today. An error allowed him to go to second, and he ended up scoring. Also singled in the third, or rather the second inning, because we bet at 10 in the first. But then he tried to stretch his single into a double and got thrown out. So he's 2 for 2. He had a 302 average coming in, so he's up that as he bats here in the bottom of the 5th of a 5-0 Albert Lee lead. We had my other camera. This view went out a little bit there, but it's back now. So Olvey ready to go here, leading off the 5th, as that one is strike called. Oh, 1. Casey doing a good job catching, throwing out a couple of base runners here today too. That's outside. 1-1. Should Owatonna come back here, we'll have to come back tomorrow to play a game if they can pull out a big comeback win. But so far looks very much like Albert Lee in control here. 2-1 to Casey. And a new pitcher is number 29, the lefty, Joe Klecker, from first base to pitcher. And a 3-1, walked him on 5 pitches. Obviously first walk for Klecker, but his first batter. Third pitcher in the game for Owatonna. Started with lefty Gauthier, went to righty Trackman, and now lefty Klecker, number 29. And 1 on, nobody out. And a courtesy runner coming in is Ethan Hauser for Albert Lee over at first. Take a look and see his lead, as it's not very big over there, but this is on the ground to third. Handcuffs the third baseman, and everybody's safe. He doesn't even throw. He knocked it down. That was a hot shot over there, but on at second now is Olvey, actually Hauser, with Goskeson at first. On that one, as I guess you got to go E5 on that. Fumbled it over there. Drew Olvey coming up here. He's got a single and then a ground out to third. Singleton scored in the first, but who didn't? 4 hits, all singles, and 5 runs scored in that first inning. So first and second, nobody out, and a 1-0 count to Drew. Klecker checks the runner, then a nice bunt, but it goes foul. Just ran foul there. So 1-1. Everybody goes back. You've got Hauser at second, pinch running, and Goskeson at first. Graham has reached on errors twice. 1 to the second baseman, 1 to the shortstop. Or rather, third baseman. And the 1-1 is bunted. And they got only one place to go, but it goes off. Actually, I think that hit Drew's helmet. and maybe the glove of the first baseman, but it's going to score a run as Hauser comes in. 6-0. Over to third goes Goskeson, and Olvey on an E6 on the throw. Goes all the way to second on the error. And now, second and third. Still nobody out. 6-0 lead. And here's Nate Herr, who had a 2 RBI single in the first, and then grounded back to the pitcher in the third inning. Leading batter on the club here with 2 ducks sitting there ready to come in. And a strike is called from Klecker to Herr. It's 1-1. The count to Nate. And the pitch is skied, foul, and out of play. First base side. 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. You got Goskeson at third, Drew Olvey at second. 1 run in here. First run since the first inning for either club. It's an all release so far. 6-0 as Owatonna, their third pitcher here in the bottom of the 5th. And a foul keeps it at 1-2. See the runner there, Goskeson at third. You can almost see Drew if he gets, there he is. Big enough lead. This is lifted to center field. And making the catch out there, but tagging is Goskeson, and he will score the 7th run on the first out of the inning there. As Herr is going to be credited with the RBI. Sac fly to center. 1 down, 2 in, and Olvey stayed at second on that fly to center. Cooper Rassler's up now. He walked, was thrown out at second, and then lined out to second. Outside to him, ball 1. Let me give us an extra run here. 7-0. Runner at second. Ball 1, 1 out. Bottom of 5. Things looking good for the 4-4-7 crew. And it's fouled back to the screen, and it's 1-1 to Cooper. Drew Olvey at second base gets his lead. With 1 down, and Klecker, the lefty, looks at him twice, now delivers. Rassler fouls it. It's playable, but they're not going to get to it, so long strike there. 1-2. I have nothing. I have no camera down, well, I guess down the right field line a little bit. Like I said, if you have a bigger screen, you can see a lot more than on a phone or something with this view. But at least it's the least amount of obstruction I can find, as that one is a third base to first put out of Cooper. So a 5-3 second out, but on to third goes Olvey. And then it brings up 8-hitter Aiden Jensen. He was out on a fly to center in the first inning. Peyton Alberts hit for him and reached on an error in the 4th, but now back to Jensen, the lefty. Strike called. It's 0-1. 2 down. Runner at third. 2 insurance runs here in the 5th. Makes it 7-0. That's up high. A ball and a strike to Jensen, who's played a solid first base as usual. Lefty Klecker to lefty Jensen. Outside 2-1. That 8th run just 90 feet away. It'd be nice to get. Of course, if they can get 3 more here with 2 outs, they win the game with the 10-run rule. It's getting close. Strike is called, though. So 2-2 now to Jensen. And outside makes the full count. The Aiden duo at the bottom of the order is back in effect as Aiden Jensen, Aiden Boss, 8-9 hitters. 3-2, 2 outs, runner at third. Fouled back, he stays alive. And Boss on deck has reached on fielder's choices twice. He's got a steal, too. Jensen, like I said, he flew to center his first time up, and he strikes out there to end the 5th. They do come across with 2. They leave 1 at third, but 2 insurance runs makes it 7-0 after 5. And we will have Owatonna coming to bat here after a break on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Stay up to date on Tiger activities by following Albert Lee Live on social media. See what's on tap for the week and check out daily game day graphics to always know what's happening. You'll also get fast updates of game postponements and cancellations. Like and share our posts to keep others updated, and leave a comment with any questions for quick answers. Follow us at Albert Lee Live on Facebook, Instagram, and X, and catch all the action on AlbertLeeLive.com.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today, 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, called Service Master.
Into the 6th with a 7-0 lead now for Brecken Walkholz, as he is not blown him away, but he's been steady. He does have 2 hit batters. He has walked 3, but caught 2 stealing with he and Casey and the crew down at second. He has struck out 2. He's only given up 2 hits. And he has 5 innings of work. And 6 ground outs, 5 fly outs, along with those 2 caught stealings, which helps. But he's going to face the 5, 6, 7 hitters here: Eric Tackman, A.J. Avalos, and Cal Miners for Owatonna here in the 6th. We're going to advance that to the 6th. There we are. Big lead here, but not over till it's over with 6 outs to go. Of course, if we shut them out here and score 3 in the bottom of the 6th, it'll be over early. Very possible. But we'll take Brecken's pitching here, ball 1. It's Tackman, who so far today has grounded out to short and been hit by a pitch. He grounds 1 to short. Drew's got it. Throw is on time to Jensen for out number 1. 1 up, 1 down here in the 6th. And, well, he took his time. He's got a gun, though. When you got a gun, you can take your time. A.J. Avalos, one of the 2 hits that Owatonna has gotten, is up now. He singled in the 2nd and then flew out to center in the 4th. He bounces this one up the middle, but there's Drew picking it up right in front of the second base bag. Gets it to first in time. 2 up, 2 down. 2 pitches. 2-6-3 putouts. 8 ground ball outs for Walkholz, 5 flyouts, 2 caught stealings, and 2 strikeouts. And there's 2 down. Nobody on in the 6th. And they're down to their last 4 outs. And this is another one, first pitch hitting. 3 pitches, 3 outs, a 1-2-3 inning. This time, though, goes to Preston Smith at second, and he throws it to Jensen. 2-6-3 putouts and a 4-3. The first 1-2-3 inning for the Albert Lee D here today, but it comes at a great time, as they are 3 outs from advancing on a 7-0 score right now, with 447 crew coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th when we return on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lee refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check them out online, mrsandless.com.
That's 9 ground outs for Brecken Wachholz. 5 in the air, the 2 caught stealing and the 2 strikeouts. And he is 3 outs away from a complete game shutout here. A 2-hitter so far. As bottom of the 6th means Aiden Boss, the 9 hole, and then he's reached twice on fielder's choices, and he's got a steal in the game. And then at the top of the order with Bryson Gilliam and Preston Smith due up. 7-0. Bottom of 6. It's been a really good weekend with 11-1 6-inning win over Manderville for Albert Lee, and then the hang on to win 6-5 yesterday over Northfield. Got the 6-0 lead, and then Northfield kept crawling back in there. 2 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, but then the door was shut, and they advanced to this game, needing only to win 1 of 2. And it looks like it's this one. Tomorrow night won't have to happen if they can get 3 more outs before Owatonna mounts their comeback. It's a 1-1 count now to Boss. Right-handed batting center fielder looks at that one, and it's low. 2-1. Klecker's still out there. 2nd inning of work for him. 3rd pitcher for Owatonna. And that misses. It's 3-1. Of course, if they score 3 here, it's all over with the 10-run rule. And that is a strike on the inside corner, says the umpire, to go to 3-2 on Aiden Boss. The payoff pitch is laced to right. Will it get in there? It does. Bounce right in front of the right fielder. A base hit. He's been on all 3 times. That's the first hit in a while, though, for Albert Lee. They're 6th of the game. Brings up Bryson Gilliam, leadoff batter, has been up 3 times, struck out twice and walked once. Stole a base and scored back in the 1st. They're going to run her on with nobody out. And he lets that one go, and it's strike called. Klecker with a strikeout, a walk, a ground out, a fly out. And he throws over to first, and back in safely is Boss. And Boss is running. The throw is not in time, as he's got his 2nd steal of the game and 9th of the season. So another runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Bottom of 6. A 0-2 count, though, to Gilliam. As Klecker collects himself. Likes to hold the ball behind his back before getting ready to go here. Checks the runner, Boss at 2nd, and delivers high. 1-2. Here's the pitch, and that is outside and high. 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Check the runner at 2nd. 3 times he looked at. Oh, and he almost hit Bryson, but that is full count now. After getting up 0-2, it goes to a full count. Boss with a big lead off of 2nd. Payoff pitch to Gilliam. He only looked once that time. The runner goes, and he's going to be safe at 3rd, but it was a walk anyway. but he did go. So runners at the corners. His third steal of the game. 10th of the season. Now he's only one behind Gilliam for the team lead, boss. And up comes Preston Smith with runners at the corners and nobody out. And it's the game-winning run at the plate now. Need 3 to end it here. 1 inning early. Klecker pitches. That's outside. The runner goes unabated to second. They threw to the pitcher, not to second base. And Gilliam has his second steal. He's at 13. Boss has 3 for 10, so those two are the top stealers on the team. Oddly enough, no stealer is in the top stealers of the team. It could have happened. I think he plays Legion. And they're, by the way, playing in Winona at, I think it's 6 o'clock tonight. Is it 5 or 6? Trying to keep their season going, too. As playoffs are so far so good for Alberley. Neither team has lost in the playoffs. It's a 2-1 count now to Preston. And he does hit it to third. They go home, and the tag is made for the out on Boss. Second out. First out. Sorry, first out. But still runners at the corners, though. As Gilliam makes it down to third, and Smith is on at first on the fielder's choice. 1 away. Nice play at home. Olvey's up now. He had an RBI single in the first, scored a run. Singled in the second, tried to stretch it to a double, got thrown out. Now they got Preston in a rundown between first and second. The runner at third then breaks, and Gilliam's going to have to get back. They throw it away, but not far enough to score. So second and third ends up. Preston was caught there, but ends up at second safely as Gilliam helped him out there. Second and third, and 1 out. Casey Olvey is up. Been on 3 times, scored twice. 2 RBI opportunity here, and of course he is the winning run. If he can score this inning, it'll be a 10-run win. Fouls that one out of play. And a ball and a strike to Casey. Klecker pitches. This is lifted to right and hanging up. Second out is made. Nobody tags, as it was too shallow to give that a shot with a 7-0 lead. And that's 2 outs for Graham Goskison. He reached on an error twice and scored both times, and then he flew out to center. 0 for 3. Graham is due. Came in hitting 360, so he can hit. These 2 RBIs sitting here, and he ends up being now the winning run. If they were to 10-run them here, a home run ends it. That would be dramatic. 0-1 to Graham. And 1-1 now to Graham. Goskison has 4 doubles, but the team has not tripled or homered yet this season. They did 27 doubles so far. That's low. 2-1 to Goskison. Let's get Graham a hit here. 0 for 3 day, although he scored twice and stole a base, so he's been active. Tying a shoe for the pitcher here, and a 2-1 count. Klecker pitches. And he got a hold of it. Is this a game ender? Is it far enough? It's going to bounce to the warning track. 1 run scores, 2 are in, and it's 9-0 with a 2-run double for Goskeson. Boy, he almost ended it. Just a few more feet, and it would have been all over. But he scores Gilliam and Smith with 8 and 9, and he is the winning run at second after he doubles. So that was good. He was 0 for 3, and then he got that positive ending to his day with the double, the 2 RBIs, and now Drew Ulvey can end it with a single here. But he doesn't. He gets it to short, and they'll throw him out at first. And they are 1 run short of 10 running them, but a 9-0 lead now through 6. And 3 outs away from advancing here for Albert Lee. A 9-0 score on AlbertLeeLive.com.
I've got a suggestion for a place to eat that has culinary masterpieces. Cento in downtown Albert Lee. Wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, rich pastas, and indulgent desserts. They all come together for a meal everyone will love. And if you're craving something sweet, they just added gelato. The cafe up front is open until 3 daily. Cento offers weekly specials. They've got a full catering service for you. Dine in or carry out at Cento. Open Monday through Saturday at 201 South Broadway Avenue, downtown Albert Lee.
We go to the 7th. As we need 3 more outs. Brecken Wacholz out there to try and complete the shutout. Complete game shutout for him. If he can get through the 8-9 one-hitters, that's who's due up. We'll see if they're the ones. They got a bunch of guys on the bench. So we'll see if it's Jaden Lake, Will Frantelsel, and Aiden Tackman. The 2 managers talking right there on the right of your screen as we've reached the 7th inning. 9-0 Albert Lee. They win. They stay home next weekend for the district championship tournament and the top seed. As the day started, it was Winona, Austin, and I think the Rochester Spartans were the odds-on favorites to join Albert Lee here next weekend. 3 of the 4 number 1 seeds look to be advancing. I don't have any finals yet, so could be a mess in the other cities. I don't know. Strike 1 to Jaden Lake. Leading off the 7th. Actually, pinch hitter Isaiah Moore is leading off here. Pinch hitting in the 7th, and the count is 0-2 to him. And a strike 3 called, a 3-pitch strikeout. 3rd strikeout for Wacholz, and he's 2 outs away from the complete game shutout. And they have a pinch hitter, Dylan Homuth, coming in for Will Frantelsel, who struck out and popped out to 3rd. So Homuth with 1 out and nobody on. And nothing but strikes from Wacholz. So he tries to close it out here. And this is skied infield pop-up. Jensen says, I got it at first, and he makes the grab. 2 down. They're down to their last out. Wacholz with 9 ground outs, 6 flyouts, 2 caught stealing, 3 strikeouts. And now the leadoff hitter, Aiden Tackman, who was hit by a pitch, reached on an error, and singled. Swing and a miss. The first offering. 1 more out. And they got to score 9 to keep this game going with 2 outs. And that's unlikely, but he does get a base hit, and it's right down the line. He'll end up with a double. So Tackman extends the game. The stand-up double. He's going to go to 3rd as the throw gets away from the cutoff man. They get credit with a double and end up 3rd on the fielding error out there. As Drew was, I don't know if it was Drew, the error, it was the throwing error from Gilliam. One of the 2 misfired. And there's a runner at third with 2 outs. Leaves it up to Leighton Schnorenberg, who reached on a fielder's choice, walked, and then was thrown out at second. And he hits it a long way into the gap to right center. And the run scores. There goes the shutout with 2 outs and a RBI double for Schnorenberg. Back-to-back doubles makes it 9-1. Klecker is up now. Left-handed bat, he's flown out to left, grounded out to second, and reached on a fielder's choice. There's a runner at second, 1 run in, 2 down. And Brecken is to settle down and just work on the strikeout here. Checks the runner at second twice and delivers. And it's a liner over the third baseman's head as you got Sternhagen in at third here, and it went over his head, so the inning continues with runners at the corners now. A double, a single. Two singles, double. They're up to 5 hits. And still a 9-1 score. And we've got to get that third out. Just making it dramatic here. As up to bat is Jackson Gauthier. He struck out and grounded out twice. First and third, 2 outs. A 2-out rally here. But this one, Drew Olvey, he's got to scoop it and get it over to Preston Smith at second, and they do it on a 6-4 putout. They gave up the 1 run, and I'm sure they'll be upset with that because they didn't get the shutout, but they got the win, 9-1, and they will advance. Next weekend here at Hike Field, we'll have games again Saturday and Sunday and possibly Monday as the championship round of the district gets played out with, I believe, the top 2. Whoever makes the championship will go to the state tournament in Austin that following week. So closing in on the end of their season. Now Legion plays tonight in Winona. We wish them the best. They'll be underway here in just a couple hours. And Winona, hopefully they can get a W and continue their season as they are in a double elimination tournament out there. 9-1 our final. We'll wrap it up here with the Service Master break and come back and tell you what went down again coming up here on Albertly Live.
Hi, this is Adam, your local business owner at GT Window and Door right here in Albert Lee. Start the new year with a fresh look for your home. At GT Window and Door, we specialize in high-quality windows and door replacements that enhance comfort, style, and energy efficiency. With financing options available, including interest-free plans for up to 18 months, it's never been easier to upgrade your home. Visit us online at gtwindowanddoor.com to schedule your free estimate today. Let's make 2025 the year you fall in love with your home all over again.
You have a brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today, 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, called Service Master.
Service Master by a cleanup, a 9-1 win here for Albert Lee. They scored 5 in the first, and that's really all they needed. The first 5 batters scoring, and got a couple of errors in there, but they did get 4 hits in that first inning. They didn't end up with too many more, 6 in the game, but they had a little tension there at the end, but only 1 run scored as there was a 2-out rally for Owatonna to get that 1 run and ended up with runners at the corners as the game ended. But a 9-1 win, undefeated weekend for Albert Lee, gets them to 17-2 as they will advance, stay here next weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and possibly Monday, in the championship round of the district. As we're down to 4 teams here, and like I said earlier, it looked like the inside track was Winona and Austin, who were top 4 seeds. But Cannon Falls was one of the other top 4 number 1 seeds, and they had to win 2 today to get to had to win to get to the championship against one of the Rochester teams, I believe the Spartans. going to have to check on that, but we'll have all that information for you. It's going to be a fun weekend. Next weekend, as the 17-2 447 crew tries to get to the state tournament. And who'd have thunk that at the start of the season? Hey, thanks to our sponsors, GT Window and Doors and Gutters by GT, as well as Cento and Mr. Sandless, Service Master by Ayat. Thanks to you for listening in and watching the 9-1 win here and a pod sweep for Albert Lee. Having a great VFW year. Good luck again to the Legion guys in Winona tonight here in a couple of hours. And I'm Jay Paul. Thanks for watching. AlbertLeeLive.com.
Mr. Sandless in Albert Lee refinishes any kind of floors without sanding. Guaranteed adhesion, guaranteed satisfaction, best warranty in the business. Outdoors, they'll refinish decks, fences, furniture, concrete, and more. Any type of floor indoors like tile, slate, laminates, concrete, asphalt, ceramic, and more. Call local Mr. Sandless, Troy Irvine at 507-391-9100 or check him out online, MrSandless.com.